Hey everybody, and welcome to Leia's Lair. Here's our review of the Andor Series, Episodes 1, 2, and 3. We hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so let's just get right into the episode discussion here. So the series opens up with Cassian looking for his sister, and this little search of his kind of opens up this chain of events that has led him down, well, the path that we see in these episodes. So
yeah, I just even in that opening scene was really cool. Just has that cantina vibe.
Totally.
You know, from Mos Eisley, but it's cool because you know it kind of get a glimpse more around this seedy area and how things are still going on even despite the Empire in this day and age or this time that it's set, and he's obviously has his own quest of trying to find his sister. You know, I'm not sure where that will take us in the series. You know, we're only 3 episodes in and there hasn't been anything yet for his sister, but I have a feeling that she will pop up at one point, and this will also feed into his hatred of the Empire. That's just what I think.
I hope that she does, because obviously when we look at the flashbacks, they are close, and it's not like they meant to get separated. But anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. So, long story short, he ends up killing these 2 security guards after they were harassing him. He does it by accident for the first guy, and then the second guy, he just basically kills him.
Just like classic Andor.
Yeah, I got real flashback scenes, because that's exactly what he does in Rogue One, hey? He just takes them behind a corner and then just kills them.
Yeah, so you can tell he's a little bit more hesitant now than in the future, and by Rogue One time, he's just whatever, so it's cool to kind of see how he transforms to that. And they're really good at making sure all those little details like that are shown.
Totally.
Right? Because you see he's hesitant, but then he just goes for it.
Yeah.
So he's not a full-blown, cold-blooded killer just yet.
No. But what I do... Sorry, go ahead.
All I was going to say was that, I feel like the security guards kind of had it coming,
Yeah, definitely.
And then it's kind of cool that these next 3 episodes are him trying to kind of cover his tracks and figure out a way to stay hidden. He's trying to offload that Imperial thing that he's been saving, and it kind of gets all messy based on his character, his friend Bix. She's looking out for him. She has someone that she can fence things to, and then her boyfriend spoils all that for her and
rats him out.
Yeah.
You know what? He got his just desserts, though, let's be honest. What I do think is kind of interesting, though, is basically this murder happens, and the higher up security guy is just yeah, whatever. They probably deserved it. Just make up an excuse and we'll go on our merry way. But then we have this Syril Karn, who's his little deputy, who does not want to take that as his answer, so he's made it his mission now to go after Cassian, and he just, to me, is so I don't know, it's very slimy. Yeah, it's just a typical slimy Star Wars guy.
Yeah, you can tell he's a bit green, he has no idea what's going on. He's just trying to make a name for himself, and you see that through the episodes, right? Of his speech. It's not. It's one of the worst speeches that
oh god, that was awkward.
Given, and and of course, he feels awkward by it, and he's even shown by at the end of episode 3 when he's so proud of himself. Oh, we got him, and then they explode, and then boom, and he's just he can't
shocked.
Believe it. He's the reason why all these guys around him have died.
Definitely.
So I'm actually quite interested in his character because he is very he seems by the book in the beginning, but you wonder where this is going to lead him to based on what has just happened.
Yeah.
Is he going to, switch sides for the rebellion, or, is he just going to make it his mission to go after Cassian?
I think it's going to be that.
You think it's going to be that he's going to go after Cassian?
Yeah.
I don't know, though. The thing is unless they really like that story arc, it was kind of done with Kenobi.
Yeah.
When they had Reva's character just thirsty for Obi-Wan, just anything to go after him. It turns out it wasn't really necessarily about him, it was about Anakin. But that's besides the point, right? So I'm going to go with the opposite. I think
Okay.
that the other thing is going to happen where, he's going to switch sides.
Yeah.
That's what we're just making predictions now, so.
I'm gonna take a bet. I honestly kind of get like Hux vibes from him a bit, like just very like, I don't know, like almost like swarmy. You know what I mean? Like he just like, I don't know, like he's just so rule obeying and law abiding, and I'm like, okay, like couldn't you just left Cassian alone, and then he wouldn't have had to leave. Everything would have been better for him, but no, he just can't do that.
Yeah, and I'm just going to take this point to say, Hux, as the goody two-shoes as he is, he did switch sides. So,
That's true.
if it's any indication, that's what I'm putting my money on. But we'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited about his character. It's swarmy and is like, but I think that's a good job if you can feel that and you can get that from all his interactions. So yeah, I'm digging his character actually. So
That's fair. I also thought it was really interesting getting some glimpses of past Cassian. You know what I'm like? He is on this planet Kenari in this like almost like horde of wild children who like there's no adults there. They're almost like a little like tribe or something of children living on this planet. We know that there's been an awful mining accident that killed a bunch of people on the planet. So it kind of opens up all these different questions like, why are these children there? Were they on the planet when this happened? Did they crash land there somehow? Like,
yeah, it is interesting. Like I don't necessarily know if we'll get more information about the past of before like what's happened there. We know that Cassian's father died in a protest. And we know that his mother's passed away as well. It's just the two of them, and there's just these kids. So I would like to think that maybe, I don't know, like something happened, like maybe the mining accident killed all the parents or something like that, and all the kids were just left behind.
But it's interesting though because they say it was like gas. Like when Maarva and the other guy come, they're wearing like their gas masks because the planet was so toxic. So it's like if the mining accident would have killed the parents, and the same thing probably would have happened to the kids if the whole planet was toxic.
Potentially, but maybe the kids were able to develop, breathing there or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could go any which way. It is interesting. I don't necessarily know if we'll find out more about the past, but I am intrigued to see in the next few episodes. Is it going to be, is it going to show more of young Cassian? Is it going to do that parallel, or was that kind of it? Just those first 3 episodes showing that, and then it's going to stick to current Cassian as it is. Either way, I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to go out because it would be cool to see a little bit more of what even led him to where he is, 5 BBY. Right
Yeah,
now.
totally. I think that we're gonna learn a little bit more. I feel like it's too premature to cut it off yet. Maybe it won't be necessarily about his life on Kenari, but maybe we'll get even like a further flashback of him being younger and what happened to his parents, because obviously Stellan Skarsgård's character knows his father and what happened to him, so it's like we've got to learn more somehow.
Yeah. No, and yeah, I feel like you're right. We should hopefully get some more information on that, and especially how Luthen knows so much about Cassian, whether it's just through Bix or he obviously knows a bit more of his history. So
And he has a staked interest in him. He wants him to join the rebellion with him.
Yeah.
Like he was looking for somebody like Cassian, and well, it seems like he already knew who he was.
Yeah, and that's where we're headed, right? This is just the start of him going into the rebellion. So I think that's really cool the way that he got he kind of got conscripted in a sense by force, because he's just like, I got no other choice. I need your help to get out of here.
Yep. Though I wouldn't say he's necessarily part of the rebellion yet, but he has gone with Luthen. So I mean, we obviously know where he ends up in Rogue One. So at one point he will get there.
Yeah. Definitely he's gonna get there, obviously.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert if you haven't watched Rogue One. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how the season adds up, and then we know that based on things that they've said. So this one's going to take place 5 BBY, and then season 2 is going to take place in those 4 years leading up to Rogue One. And it's just a lot to look forward to, not even just for this season, but for the show in general, because I don't want to prematurely jump on this, but I really did enjoy this episode. Episodes, sorry, yeah. Watching it all at once made it feel like one big one.
Yeah.
but yeah, I had maybe lower expectations with it, but then I was pleasantly surprised with it. So,
See, I kind of feel the opposite way. Like, I just feel in the Star Wars galaxy, there's literally so much going on at all times. Billions and billions and billions of people live in the Star Wars galaxy. And it's like we've spent so much time focusing on the Skywalkers, which obviously we all love. But there is other things going on, and I just think when we step away maybe from those main characters and we look at other characters in the galaxy, there's just so much more for the series to explore.
Yeah.
And so it's like, don't really know what I was expecting with Andor, but with that in mind, I had hoped that it would have a bit more like creative freedom to do different things than we maybe have seen.
Yeah. No, and that's fair, and I think that based on Rogue One, I think that was the same thing. Like with the movies, they could do anything to the characters. They could come up with this cast that is like they're all just gonna die anyways, right? So they kind of had the freedom to play around with however they wanted to do that, other than the fact that they all have to die at the end. And in my opinion, they probably made a better character arc for those characters in that one movie than the sequels managed to do in all three. That being said, I always was like, that would be so cool if they could do more with these characters. But obviously there's no chance unless they did a prequel, and then, of course, sure enough, we get this prequel. So yeah, I'm really excited for what this series is going to bring. So yeah.
Definitely.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Well, like I said, obviously like exploring some other parts of the galaxy which we haven't seen. But I'm also like just interested in getting more of a backstory on Cassian. How did he get to where he was in Rogue One? He says he's done terrible things. Are we going to get to see said terrible things? Where's his sister? Where's his parents? How did he end up on Kenari? These are things I want to know.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, like I said, the creative freedom that the series has in a way, I'm looking forward to seeing what they've come up with.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing, more of those terrible things, because we know there's more to come. That one that just happened was kind of an accident, but I think there's going to be a lot more to come. It's very adult themed, this show.
They don't hide their murders.
No, and that's how kind of Mandalorian was too. It was a bit more, adult with certain things. When it first came out, the first scene, he's just like killing everyone in like a Wild West style of Mando. So, maybe this will go that same way where we get some of that more like PG-13 stuff. But yeah, and I'm excited to see more introduction of characters that we've met in Rogue One.
Yeah. Saw Gerrera.
Yeah, so we know Saw Gerrera is going to be in here. Based on the trailers, we also know that Mon Mothma's in here. And then all the other characters like K2SO. I believe K2SO, based on the timeline, isn't going to be in season 1 here, but season 2 is expected, so that will be cool.
Nice.
And along with all the other characters, like they all banded together, so we know that they can come in. It seems like the only one that might not be able to is Jyn or so, but who knows? Maybe there will be some sort of cameo, or maybe she'll run into someone else, or who knows?
Yep. So, in terms of a rating, I'm going to give the 3 episodes, 1, 2, and 3, 7.5 out of 10. I did enjoy them. I thought episodes 1 and 2 started off a little bit slow, but we're starting to gain some traction now in episode 3. And I really did enjoy kind of this like darker, grittier side of Star Wars that maybe we haven't seen in a while. Like, yeah, we get it a little bit in Mando. I wouldn't say it was in maybe Obi-Wan or in Boba Fett, but there is something about this that just seems darker than some of the other shows, and I do like it. And of course, I love to see Diego Luna reprising his role as Cassian Andor. He's a great actor. He's enjoyable to watch, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna actually give this one an 8 out of 10. And I can definitely see how maybe one episode on its own would have that slower feel to it. But watching all 3 together definitely brought them together. So I kind of liked the pacing of it, actually. Like, I liked that slow build up and letting us kind of get into this, because sometimes things go too fast. So I'm
That's
liking
fair.
the pacing at this moment. Like I said before, I probably had lower expectations, but was pleasantly surprised by the episode. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
Nice. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. What did you think of these episodes of Andor? Let us know down below in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more great videos to come. We hope to see you all again in Leia's Lair.
You are not a Jedi yet.